Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Katie here, and I wanted to take you along to a few of my favorite places in Christchurch that I go often to and spend a lot of my time at. So today I am at the Tannery, which you can see a little bit behind me, but the Tannery is home to a really great brewery, a really cute boutique movie theater, and a few of my favorite secondhand shops, and just a few other really cute shops that sometimes I don't buy anything, but just walking in makes me feel really great. So come along and I'm gonna show you the Tannery. Okay, so I'm gonna be super transparent with you and say that the day I went to the Tannery, it was beautiful, but it was ridiculously windy. So if I was like trying to stand outside and say anything, the audio was terrible. So here I am in the comfort of our windless home with the windows open. It's a beautiful day today, but I'm just gonna recap everything because it was not working out. And I could put on my same clothes and pretend like it's the same day, but we're just gonna be really honest and say it's a couple days later. So as you can see in the videos, as soon as you walk into the Tannery, it's beautiful. Heck, before you even walk in, the architecture of the building is super cool, and then the port hills are in the background. Oh, it's one of my favorite places. So you walk in, and from the start, it's just bright and airy with the clear roof. And then because it's spring in New Zealand right now, they had flowers hanging from the ceiling. It was so pretty. I forget. Every time I walk in, I'm just like, I love it here. There are seats in between all of the shops. You can grab a coffee and sit. There's a piano, which I've never seen played or heard played, but surely somebody comes in and plays it every now and again. If they had a sign on it that says, please play, I'm sure Keaton would sit down all day if he could, because he loves beautiful pianos. There's a little cafe, a couple different restaurants. The brewery that I mentioned in the beginning is Castle's Brewery, and we've been there quite a few times. Their pizza, so good, so good. We're not beer people, so I haven't had any beer, but I've had plenty of wine there. And lots of pizza, so can definitely recommend. There's a place that you can get high tea at. I've walked in once because I wanted to work, but didn't find outlets anywhere, so I literally walked in, walked around, and then awkwardly just walked right back out. I also did not feel like I belonged just because it seemed too fancy. Surely they're very welcoming, but it was a little fancy for me. So I'll stick in the main, the main way and drink my coffee there. They have a little spot where you can get chocolate and coffee there as well. So truly, you walk in, if you're hungry, you're thirsty, need to pick me up, you can find it. They even have a barber. It's really cool to like walk in and just see people in their chairs, and I just feel like a barber is a much fancier haircut. Like I go to the salon and I just like sit in a salon chair, but a barber seems so fancy, especially with it being in the Tannery. They have so many adorable shops. I'm not going to name them all because there's just so many. Please go to the Tannery and then you can pick your own favorite. But here are a couple of my favorites. So I love Hapa. They have a ton of locally sourced art and different creations, jewelry. You can tell that they take pride in showcasing local talent, which I find really cool. I would much rather support someone local than like buy something that's cheap online and get it here in a couple of weeks, kind of a thing. So I also love just walking around there and seeing how creative people are, and what they can come up with. It's just incredible. And there's so many cultural items. Like they had different ponamu necklaces and jewelry, and it was just, they were just so beautiful to look at. I wanted to be really respectful of the stores and also the people that were in them and walking around, so I didn't take too many videos once I was actually in the shops. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, you have to go to the Tannery in Christchurch. Promise you the visit is worth it. But yeah, I just wanted to be respectful of everybody that was there, knowing that this would go online. There's a plant shop that is so cute. I walk in every time and find a new plant. They also do like flower arrangements, and they have beautiful dried floral arrangements. So it's just so cute. On the whole outside of their shop as well, they have plants just lining it. So as soon as you walk by, it's just such like a, I don't know, breath of like greenery, if that makes sense. My favorite shop that is there is actually called Where Else, and it is a secondhand shop for women, and you can go and take your like gently worn or used items and sell them to them, and then they will sell them on your behalf, and then you get money from that. I've never sold anything there personally. I probably should take some stuff in. I love walking around. I think I tried on like 10 different things when I was in there and walked out with a dress. Don't tell Keaton. I always walk out of there with at least one thing. They have sunglasses for sale, and the brand is Happy to Sit on Your Face, which I think is absolutely hilarious. And they're just like fun, cute, quirky sunglasses. I haven't bought a pair of them yet, but I wanted to. But the sunglasses that I have are prescription, so it's hard to get rid of them. But yes, Where Else? Definitely one of my favorite. I think it is my favorite secondhand shop that I've been to in Christchurch, and we've been to quite a few. Yeah, I can always find something. There's another secondhand boutique called Recycle Boutique, which I have sold things at, as I would say it's more aimed at a younger crowd than Where Else. And we've gotten like a decent return from selling things there, but there are quite a few recycled boutiques in Christchurch. One in the Tannery, there's one in like City Center, and then I think there's another one somewhere else. That's a good one as well. But sometimes I walk into secondhand shops and I'm going through these, I'm like, this is used and like secondhand, but it can still be really expensive depending on what it is. And I'm like, I will not pay that for this. And the secondhand shops too is where we always find Nebraska shirts, and like they have a designated section for like USA vintage, and they will just be like old sports team shirts and everything like that. When we went back to the States, we were joking that we should just go to like a Goodwill or something in the States and buy a bunch of super cheap old Nebraska shirts and then bring them back here and sell them for like $30 each, because we probably could have, but we didn't. We did not have room in our suitcase for that. At the very end of the Tannery, they also have a really cute movie theater, which is actually where Keaton and I saw our first movie in New Zealand. Funny story, I was so excited to see a movie, and I'm a big popcorn girly. Keaton doesn't eat popcorn, but I do. Like, I'm the kind that takes the massive thing of popcorn and put it underneath the butter and just like squirts it all around, shakes it up, squirts it some more. Big popcorn girly. We go into this theater. It's like super boutique and smaller, but they don't sell popcorn. They were selling like ice cream, which, okay, that's normal, but they were selling cheese boards and wine and like more upscale snacks. And I cannot explain how sad I was when I could not get popcorn. So we've been to the movie theater a couple of times now, and since my expectation is no longer that I am getting popcorn, it is a nice movie theater. I enjoy going. I just now know that I won't get my popcorn if we go to that movie theater. which is okay. I just have to prep myself for that before going in and looking forward to having it. But anyways, popcorn aside, it's a very cute movie theater. I think another reason that I love the Tannery so much is because they're all, or I think they're all, like small, locally sourced shops. There's no like big name brand or anything like that. Most of the stores are very, very unique. The clothing, the little trinkets, there's home goods and things like that that are quality, well made, and locally sourced in Christchurch, which I think is really, really cool. So if you're in Christchurch, or you are coming to Christchurch to visit or to live or anything like that, go to the Tannery. It is such a good, like, you could spend a few hours there kind of thing, or more depending on how long you look around and shop. I've actually walked there before as well. So on a beautiful day, it's very nice to just walk there and get a little shopping or like light window shopping done and then walk home. That's place one of my favorite places in Christchurch, and hopefully there will be more to come. Alrighty, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.